Before I open a house for the audience, I would just like to ask Imran Shaukat Sahab to you a very quick question. Because a lot has been said since morning, and very rightly, Excellency has mentioned that it is not the old civilization or the old history, heritage that we are missing. Even the Makli monuments of the Makli Thatha, which has been recognized by the UNESCO in 1981, it was between 1400 AD to 1800 AD, so it's not far away. It's a Sindh civilization, part of that. Why we have failed to catch? Is it a mindset which has been set in the morning, the bunker mindset that we do not want to open ourselves? Or is it like this, that the Islamic heritage, that we talk a lot about, that has taken all our roots, because it is the Mergard, then the Indus civilization, then the Vedic civilization comes first, where the four Vedas are there, the Rig Veda and the Sama Veda and the Yoga Veda and the Artharavas Veda. So 4 books are there, and then Gandhara comes, and then Islamic and all these Mughals and British come. So if I ask you just one question, one reason why are we not confused with the heritage? Is it a fundamental problem with our mindset or something else?
What actually happened was, somewhere along the way, Pakistan decided that after Muhammad bin Qasim and Islam came, their forward is our heritage, and anything prior to that is Indian heritage, and India is capitalized on that. So the nice part, having said that almost facetiously, but there is logic behind that, but the nice thing to see is in the last 10 years, I've seen a major shift in the decision makers, in the policy makers, in the government, in the establishment, that all heritage is our heritage.
Yes.
And that will take just a little bit more time for us to accept and propagate that.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Now the house is open for the audience. Anybody has any question? Yeah, sir, please.
Thank you for this wonderful discussion. I have a small question from Shaukat Sahab. There are a lot of unexplored areas in Pakistan about the cultural heritage as well. Some of my archaeological friends are exploring the new places. So will you have some strategies for these unexplored areas to be the part of the Pakistan tourism in the next years? Please explore and give me the answer of that. Thank you.
Sir.
Again, son, I can't answer that question specifically, because tourism and archaeology are two different, we're not necessarily co-linked in talking to each other all the time. But having said that, I know Dr. Samad, I know the Director of Archaeology Punjab, and all of them are working very hard. The biggest problem really is there is so much unexplored heritage. Gandhara is only 20% unexplored right now. So the amount of resources required to explore all of our heritage and then fix it, particularly, that is going to take a few decades with a lot of deliberate effort and a lot of resources being put in.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Excellency, do you want to ask something, sir? Ambassador Khalid is with us, sir. Yeah, it's a passion that you've been authority on the Chinese and Pakistan relationship. So can you just add something, because Chinese are spending a lot of money on tourism per annum, and they travel, as it has been mentioned in the morning also, that Chinese even travel to the Xinjiang autonomous region and spend 42 billion per the last year, 42 billion US dollar on tourism.
And it has been quite enlightening I have attended the afternoon session and I have been listening to various interventions. Very interesting points have come up. You have asked me specifically about the potential from China, and I think this heritage tourism and religious tourism has great potential as far as China is concerned, and other Southeast Asian countries, because of the Buddhism, background. They are greatly interested. My colleague Ambassador Arif Ayub has alluded to the law and order situation, law and order problem. Yes, that is a great disadvantage we have right now. Of course, but I was in Gilgit and Skardu this year, and I saw throngs of foreign tourists who were there, of course, and they were visiting. So there is a great potential. But I think that we can think of some kind of package tours for, conducted package tours for tourists, especially from this region. I mean, conducted, when I say conducted, that means they are flown over by charter flights, they come and stay here in Serena Hotel or wherever, and then they are taken to different sites, for 8 to 10 days with adequate security provided. Now, you cannot suddenly start launching ambitious projects in Pakistan given the ground situation right now, but you can start from pilot projects. And this can be a trigger. And Pakistan can earn a lot, from foreign exchange. Chinese would come. We have this Karakoram Friendship Highway between Pakistan and China, which is underutilized. So yes, there is great potential.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. The last question, because the paucity of time will not allow us to take more. Yes, you, madam, please. You.
Thank you very much.
We can do-
Raza Sayame.
Sorry? Okay, sir.
Yeah.
The chairman has been very kind. He has given us the more time. So we have 2 more questions. Yeah, sir.
Okay.
Yes, madam, please.
Hello everyone and very good afternoon. Uruj Raza Sayame, journalist and analyst with international media. Much appreciation for the wonderful subject and for this wonderful gathering. My only concern and my question is regarding security. Security not only for the heritage buildings and monasteries and everything what we have on the name of religion and ethnicity. I am also concerned about the security of human life who will be traveling to Pakistan to visit these monasteries and churches and temples. So what should be the component and security mechanism? If you could please throw a light on that. Thank you.
I think, ma'am, this is, all of us are on the same page with the same opinion. It has to improve. So I think, do you want to answer this?
I actually do. I
Yeah.
have a different point of view. So, you can raise the issue of security. I used to be a USA diplomat. I used to be a security officer in a different life. So I look at security very closely on how it is. Let me give 3 facts, 3 numbers, and then you tell me how unsafe is Pakistan. Number 1, in the Global Terrorism Index 2 years ago, Pakistan was ranked number 10 out of 180 countries. That's high. But you know what India was ranked? Number 12. America was number 27. Thailand was number 22. So if I grade it, we're both, all of us, between 10 and 30, we're in the same bandwidth. Pakistan is not much more insecure than India or many other countries. But we have never been able to shake that image. Number 2, another fact. Pakistan targeted killing in a year, any given year, of civilians is about 600-700 people. New York City alone does 1,000, sometimes even more than that, in 1 year. But everybody goes to New York City. This is 250 million people, that's 15 million people, maybe 20. Again, we have never been able to get ourselves out of the mindset and show to the world, it's a huge country, we're the 5th largest country in the world. Bad things happen. A final figure, when you look at the country crime index, 2023, 150 countries are ranked. Now, what impacts tourists is what? Not a bomb, not targeted killing, but literally petty crimes. Small crimes of opportunity is what impacts tourists. And on that, France was ranked number 36, Malaysia was 46, USA was 55, Australia was 76, India was 77, Pakistan was 86. We are one of the lowest countries We had the most hospitable country. But again, we have never been able to show the world that we are a much safer place. But if we all keep saying we are an insecure place, and we can't convince ourselves, we certainly cannot convince anybody else.
Thank you, sir, thank you very much. AVM sir, yes sir, you sir.
In continuation to what the ambassador has just mentioned, actually law and order situation or terrorism or security, I think we are a victim of perception management. We have not been able to give our perception right where it matters. For example, our country, our cities are much safer than Chicago or New York. Statistics just given. As good or as bad as Istanbul. But what happens is that travel advisory is issued by American Embassy about our security environment, and they hardly have any stake. Not too many people are coming from USA here, but rest of the world, they threw the prism of that advisory for whole the year. We are struggling. There have only been one isolated incident on a monitoring expedition. Other than that, our entire northern area, there hasn't been any tourist related security issue or any violence in that area.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I think the last question, Brigadier Saif Malik Saab is sitting here, sir. Do you want to ask or any remarks, sir? Comment? Yeah.
Thank you very much. I am a journalist from Japan,
Sir.
living in 40 years in Japan, and I have been bringing a lot of Japanese monks and tourism every year, about 5 to 6 groups. But after 9/11, the situation has been totally changed. So I think the Pakistan has a great holy places for the Buddhist monk, Gandhara, Texla, Mohenjo-daro. But somehow that after this 9/11 is very difficult because all Japanese are very afraid about this security system. So I just want to ask you how to make this, because because of the media they are creating showing this the Pakistan is not safe country. But today I have been listening to the lot of panelists. They were speaking about that Pakistan is beautiful country, and I think how to remove the bad image of about the terrorism in Pakistan. No, Pakistan is safe country. So just I think the holy place.
Thank you, sir. It is relevant to you because, Excellency, you can answer this. You are the safe face of us.
No, I think that is
abroad, sir.
relevant to all of us because the maintenance of security and law and order is not in our control. But in any case, the thing is this, let's focus on practical things, what we can do practically. As far as Buddhism is concerned, or for Sikh pilgrims, we are maintaining certain sites. A number of people come from different parts of the world, including Canada and from Europe and Australia now. The thing is this, one of the main issue is, connecting Buddhist pilgrims to the sites over here is connectivity. I have spoken to a number of Bhutanese when I visited Bhutan, and a number of them want to come to Pakistan. It is very important for them because Buddhism went from Swat to Bhutan, to Tibet as well as to Bhutan. So they have very strong connection with that place. But the connectivity is an issue. So what we can do practically is to work with these countries. There is a proposal there on the table that we organize special chartered flights from these countries, particularly for a country like Bhutan or Nepal, where we do not have consistent, basically connections, air connections. So let's, as Ambassador Khalid Masood mentioned, that we have to start some pilot projects. Take it as a pilot project and start bringing it twice in a year.
Thank you,
on
sir.
important occasions.
Thank you. Thank you. The last quick question. Yes, sir. Saif, sir, ready, Saif?
Sir, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. My quick submission is there is a dire need to develop synergy between satellite forums and the academia because there are certain institutions in Pakistan who are carrying intensive research on the religious tourism. So we need to develop some data bank on the subject matter. And I also request that to Ambassador Azaz, once this conference is over, these findings of this conference and must maybe share with the academia and the think tanks and the policy making institution, because a lot have been said. Now this is time to implement those things, because Pakistan is a hub of tourism, of multi-dimensional tourism. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. As we have a living chief Hmong with us, so I will request him to just give a last remark, so then we will end this. Sir, you can end this.
From a monk's point of view, my own devotees don't want me to come to Pakistan, because they say if the terrorists or pro-Taliban people see my robe, they will put me into trouble. In fact, my driver also told me, yes, close your glass, the car I was sitting behind. And I saw Taliban people crossing.
Thank you very much, sir. So with this, I'm sorry there are a few hands there, but the chairman says we have paucity of time. So thank you very much, sir, to all of you, and thank you very much to the audience. Thank you.